pursuit of happiness. People have the right to personal freedoms, but those freedoms can be taken away.
Okay, one last time. First, you press memo. Then you dial a number for Ticketmaster. Then you press memo.
If you do it like that, it'll keep redialing. Oh, I'm having a mental techno block. Do I press memo before or after I put in the Ticketmaster number?
Give me the phone.
No.
Give me the phone. I don't know how many times I gotta show you how to program your cell, woman.
I hope I didn't just hear you call me woman. Do not objectify me, Murray. I have a name. It's Dion. D-I-O...
I would love to continue the stimulating, post-feminist, Camille Paya-inspired discourse on gender identity, but Oasis tickets are going on sale in 10 seconds, so can you save it?
During the Vietnam War, throngs of students they banded together to protest.
Okay, hit it!
Ticketmaster is busy? It's like 3 seconds after 10.
Hit your redial.
Dory? It's ringing. I got through. Perfect. Do you think tangerine hip huggers are too cheery for alternative?
Hello?
Murray! What are you doing answering the Ticketmaster telephone?
Baby.
Huh?
Baby. You hit the wrong button. You hit the wrong button.
Oh.
She hit the wrong button. After everything you told her.
They would not back down, even if it meant that they would go to jail in clear violation of the First Amendment.
Busy? What an outrage!
Yes, Cher. But without the student protests, the Civil Rights Act would never have been... Miss Geist! Oh! Miss Geist!
Hey, who unplugged my laptop?
Miss Geist! Dog! I got through. Okay, 2 tickets for Oasis right on the floor. Close enough so they can sweat on me. Could you believe Miss Thing? She just kept dialing away while Miss Geist was gravely wounded. If anybody deserves to go see Oasis, it's you. Oh, they're so cute. And they're so English. I don't know what they're talking about. And they're always fighting. And if you throw things at them on stage, they'll totally walk off. And you'll never get to see them.
Hey, Cher.
Duh, don't you knock?
Duh, Dad says, can you turn down the noise? He's trying to work.
First of all, he is not your dad. And second of all, it's not noise. It's a show on Oasis. Only the greatest band since the Beatles.
Great, if you like derivative posers.
As if. Don't you ever go back to your dorm? Well, we didn't get the tickets, but thankfully there was nothing grievously wrong with Miss Geist.
Oh, thank you, girls. That's so sweet.
Just a minor tongue injury.
Today, we're going to take a look at what happened in China
You can have this.
in 1989 when masses of students gathered in Tiananmen Square. At first,
Out of respect for Miss Geist's condition, I actually paid attention to the lecture, despite the difficulties.
please. The students realized if they were united against an unjust system, their voices could be heard.
And then, in a major ironic twist, just as I was getting into it, a dark cloud intruded upon my education. It was Mr. Lehman, the despotic yet elusive principal. This couldn't be positive.
Principal Lehman, what brings you to our classroom?
I just stopped by to check up on your health, Miss Geist, though I see your recovery is coming a bit slowly.
Oh, it's nothing.
Oops, my bad.
All right, that is the final straw. In response to yesterday's tragic incident and in order to avoid any further attacks on members of the staff, I am here to inform you that as of 3 p.m. today, backpacks are prohibited from this campus. Backpacks, knapsacks, rucksacks, call them what you will, these perilous objects are officially luggage non grata.
My arms are full.
You know, this is the first time in our lives we've actually had to go shopping. How can you tell us we can't carry backpacks? Let's put a positive slant on this, D. Mr. Lehman is pushing his fashion forward. I mean, backpacks really are 1994. Ow! Well, you're lucky you put your masseuse on retainer.
Carry your books to class. Want to lift the English?
How can you date a boy in elementary school? What do you guys talk about? You know, Cher,
I don't care how Armani Fall 97 we look, this backpack ban is hazardous to my health.
So, would anyone care to begin our thematic discussion of Gregor Samsa's transformation into a cockroach?
Mr. Hall, didn't you think that book went, like, way downhill after the first page?
Cher? Is that you?
Over here, Mr. Hall.
Oh, I can barely see you over all this debris.
Blocking the door is a fire violation, Mr. Hall.
Wasn't my idea to deny them access to their normal book-carrying apparatus.
No, I imagine in this liberal, freewheeling, hippie classroom of yours, all kinds of liberties are taken.
Perhaps I'm trying to get them to read books rather than having some sort of sick obsession over what they carry them in.
Perhaps I didn't make myself clear, so I will clarify my point for you now. From now on, you may carry with you only what will fit into this. Allow me to demonstrate this for you.
Let me help you.
Don't touch me, Hall.
Fanny packs? Heinous. This could be a total violation of our rights.
There's not an outfit in the world that would look good with one of these. I've already crushed the map of this velvet. How does Mr. Lehman expect us to fit all of our essentials into this diminutive item? Let's start again. Sell. Battery pack. Oh, lipsticks. Oh, gloss and matte. We're gonna have to choose.
Let's not forget about those.
Throughout the 80s, the government was leaning toward a more open market form of economy. And yet the standard of living was not improved for the average citizen. And so, students in China rose up against the oppressive government. Imagine the power of conviction of a student standing against the government tank. Whom among us could muster the courage and take fate into their hands to fight their oppressor?
Fighting the oppressor. Of course. That's what I could do.
But, Mr. Lehman, backpacks are chiropractically approved. With fanny packs, we're carrying a load of heavy books in the front, and the whole school is suffering from spinal subluxation.
Cher, there will be no further discussion. This is a school. We should be concerned with learning, not purses.
But, Mr. Lehman, Miss Geist's fall was an accident.
I suggest you drop this nonsense immediately, or you could incur a big stain on your permanent record. And that could mean acceptance at only a safety school.
Daddy?
Yes, sweetheart?
Can I ask you a question? Have you ever felt that something was taken away from you unfairly?
Yes, butter. What is it you're feeding me?
It's fat-free. You'll get used to it. Daddy, if you felt that you were a victim of a cruel injustice and nobody would listen, what would you do?
Well, in my day, we didn't stand for injustice. We challenged authority. We marched, we sat, we stood, so that all people could have their rights.
You did that?
Mm-hmm. Come here, Cher. I want to show you something. Here. Take a look at this.
Oh, this is a record, isn't it?
Yes. A triple album. Woodstock, the original. A gathering of thousands and thousands of people who believed they could change the system.
And you were there?
Yeah. Take a look.
Daddy, that's you.
No, it's your Uncle Marvin. But that's my T-shirt he's wearing. No, Cher, you see, I never actually made it to Woodstock. I was a young associate then. I was busy working on a case. But on my way downtown to the courthouse, I got stuck in a traffic jam. I listened on the radio. Oh, Cher, I'm telling you, those were the days.
Boy,
I mean,
even Daddy was involved in those upheavals and stuff.
You know what I'm saying?
Suddenly, I remembered Miss Geist's words.
Students rose up against the oppressive government.
And then I remembered what Mr. Lehman said.
I suggest you drop this nonsense immediately, or you could incur a big stain on your permanent record.
And I saw the faces of the Chinese girls. I was just like them, only they were more slim-hipped. This ban must end. If it's backpacks now, what's next? School uniforms? No pants for girls? Only real noses? It's an affront to our civil rights. Right on. Power to the people. I'll bring down the men.